guys work really hard. I like the idea, like practice, both sides. One of our more sharp practices, I thought, both sides. I mean, both sides making plays for the right reasons, things happening. Effort was good. Focus was good. Most of the whole practice, it was really good practice, I thought. Questions?
One of the things we heard DeMarcus say yesterday was Michigan kind of runs this old school sort of offense. How would you describe their offense and maybe how it's different than what you see?
Real football. Not old school. It ain't old school at all. It's real ball. Watch Sundays. That's what you see on Sundays. And they're good at it, and they're physical, and they can run it, and they throw it, and they mix formations and play action. And I mean, you're talking about you see more spread things now like in college, but it's real football. Good football.
This is one of the deeper groups of running backs you face because I think they got 9, 10 different guys.
Oh, yeah. Listen, they're deep. They're experienced. They got leadership, senior leadership on both sides of the ball everywhere. I mean, in all aspects. But they rotate a lot of guys in there. They do.
Michigan is one of the top run defenses in the country. How do you get you guys going?
Watch film. You either get going or get your butt kicked. So you got to go block them. It's line up. I mean, they play the run well, always have, and got big physical guys, and we're going to have to block them. I mean, get them going. I mean, it ain't hard to get them going. Just got to get them blocked.
Michigan State was able to have success, running through the tackles. How
They
does
did.
that look good for you guys?
I hope so. I mean, if we can block them. I mean, Michigan State was physical and they ran the football. I mean, some teams have ran the football and they've stopped some teams. I mean, but they that was their game and that's what they committed to, and they did a good job of it. They moved the ball well.
When you're facing a defense that has so many seniors and guys that don't make a lot of mistakes, what are the keys to having success against the defense? Execution.
I mean, you can't make mistakes either. That's what puts pressure back on you and your technique, your alignments, your assignments, and you can't have mental lapses. Lapses, just small things, because they take advantage of them and they play very hard. And that's the thing about senior-laden teams, man. They're hard to. They don't give you anything. You have to go. You're gonna have to make contested catches. You're gonna have to break tackles. You're gonna have to make blocks. I mean, they're not gonna jump out of gaps and all of a sudden, it's like, as you hear me say, sometimes you make plays for the wrong reason. In other words, because the other team messed up. Now it's great you took advantage of them, but if they did it right, would you really be good at it? And that's what they make you do every daggone play.
We actually talked to a couple guys about the defensive line and the growth they've had this year. What's been your thoughts on seeing guys like Christmas and Burns come about while guys like Noddy and Sweat have been healthy, and DeMarcus has just had the year he's had?
Well, I mean, it was just good to get them healthy again, and then they're really learning. I mean, I was just saying there, you don't realize some things that the average person doesn't see on a D lineman, how he frees up a back or how he double teams and eats a gap up. You know what I mean? They're really started to understand that. And D line is a place where you're going to have a chance to make plays, but a lot of times you got to be a very selfless person. You got to give yourself up for the betterment of the team, for other guys to make plays and have gap control and take on double teams and play physical. And I mean, as I say, put your nose in the dirt and get pushed down in the dirt, and everybody thinks, well, he just freed up 2 other guys to make a play. You know what I'm saying? And I think learning that concept, and not, because they've all made plays so much when you're young and coming out, you've been the guy. Sometimes when you get here at those and you get to higher levels of ball, you got to be a selfless guy in that way, and they've learned to do that.
I think people thought there was going to be a lot of expectations for this group, but to see them lead the nation in sacks, I mean, was that kind of one of those things that caught you by surprise, or did you figure?
No, I mean, we could pressure and we knew we could do that. And then, as I say in the run, I mean, we're only giving up around 125 or 30 yards. I mean, as you go back to the second half of that year, they really got better in that after that first couple games, and when we got healthy and got better, and we're playing the run well, not just the sacks, but I think the second half of the year really playing the run well. We're going to get tested and find out this in this bowl game.
So, when you guys won the title and then had that run, so many guys got individual awards, and you talked about how that's a result of team success. This year, I think some guys feel like maybe they didn't get all the individual awards that they might have, but do you think that's just a reflection?
We got a lot of awards. I mean, then play better. I mean, at the end of the day, if you get caught up in that, that's not why you play. And that's not what those guys played for. I mean, you got to play to win the game, be a team guy. If they come to you, they come to you. The scouts and the NFL people and all those people know. And you can't worry about awards. I mean, if that's why you play, then it's great. That's a goal. It's great when you look back at it, but then play better. You want an award, play better.
What was the loudest you've ever seen
Travis. Loudest? Arguing in there over basketball games, who was going to win the NBA title, and that whole team was split in half, and who was going to win it. They were arguing back and forth. That's about the loudest I ever heard him.
for a guy like him that's kind of kind of quiet, kind of timid, how does he lead?
He talks. Now he is quiet, but he talks a little bit. I mean, he's not as quiet as you see him around the guys. You know what I mean? And then by example, how he works.
We've seen someone like Ermon Lane kind of come on throughout the second half of the year. What would you attribute his growth and success to? Because it seems like it wasn't that long ago that he was playing one position. Now he's a starter at another, and it's giving you guys.
Let me tell you what it is: urgency. Your clock's running, time's running out. All of a sudden, sometimes you look up and say, you know something, I better get this done. I ain't got time to rely. And then it's maturity, and you figure, if I don't now, everything's going to pass me by. And at the end of the day, that happens with a lot of these guys. I mean, they all think it's been easy, it's been hunky-dory, I got time. Then you look up and say, wait a minute, that's dwindling, I ain't done nothing. I either got to make it happen now or it's not. And urgency is a great motivator. Fear is a great motivator.
How has DeAndre looked, and how the past couple weeks off benefited him?
Good. I mean, he's healthy. His shoulder's healthy. His arm's healthy. I mean, body. I think just reflecting on a lot of things he did well, things we need to work on, but just in practice come out with a great work ethic.
Is this healthy? Him being healthy, is that a product of having the time off from the ball?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you get your body rested up. I mean, during the season now, that beating, nobody's ever healthy. So hopefully a lot of our guys will be, but they'll be banged and bruised by the time we probably get to the bowl game from practice, but we'll be relatively healthy.
I don't know how you guys have your method of, identifying young high school prospects early and bringing them on campus, junior year, stuff like that. Do you guys have to kind of revisit those things or kind of work on your evaluation even more with guys like Lane Kiffin, Charlie Strong now?
No.
You just keep going.
Why do you think Harbaugh's been able to be this successful at Michigan? It was in a rut before he got there.
Well, I think they got good players. They got an experienced team. And I think he's a good coach. I mean, I think they got two things. They've gotten a combination of good players, and he's a good football coach.
One more. We good?
Thank you.